Welcome to Daily Scripture Reading. I do not own the rights to this music. Genesis chapter 45. This is the Amplified Version. Joseph shows kindness to his brothers. Then Joseph could not control himself any longer in front of all those who attended him, and he called out, "Have everyone leave me." So no man stood there when Joseph revealed himself to his brothers. Joseph wept aloud, and the Egyptians who had just left him heard it, and the household of Pharaoh heard of it. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" But his brothers were speechless, for they were stunned and dismayed by the fact that they were in Joseph's presence. And Joseph said to his brothers, "Please come closer to me." And they approached him, and he said, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Now do not be distressed or angry with yourselves, because you sold me here. For God sent me ahead of you to save life and preserve our family. For the famine has been in the land these 2 years, and there are still 5 more years in which there will be no plowing and harvesting. God sent me to Egypt ahead of you to preserve for you a remnant on the earth, and to keep you alive by a great escape. So now it was not you who sent me here, but God, and he has made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord of all his household, and ruler over all the land of Egypt. Hurry and go up to my father, and tell him, 'Your son Joseph says this to you: God has made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, do not delay. You shall live in the land of Goshen, the best pasture land of Egypt, and you shall be close to me, you and your children and your grandchildren, your flocks and your herds and all you have. There I will provide for you and sustain you, so that you and your household and all that are yours may not become impoverished. For there are still 5 years of famine to come. Look, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin see, that I am speaking to you personally in your language, and not through an interpreter. Now you must tell my father of all my splendor and power in Egypt, and of everything that you have seen, and you must hurry and bring my father down here." Then he embraced his brother Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept on his neck. He kissed all his brothers and wept on them, and afterward his brothers talked with him. When the news was heard in Pharaoh's house that Joseph's brothers had come, it pleased Pharaoh and his servants. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, do this: load your animals and return to the land of Canaan without delay, and get your father and your households and come to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you will eat the fat, the finest produce of the land. Now you brothers of Joseph are ordered by Pharaoh. Do this: take wagons from the land of Egypt for your little ones and for your wives, and bring your father and come. Do not be concerned with your goods, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours." Then the sons of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them wagons according to the command of Pharaoh, and gave them provisions for the journey. To each of them Joseph gave changes of clothing, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of clothing. To his father he sent the following: 10 male donkeys loaded with the good things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and provision, for his father to supply all who were with him on the journey. So he sent his brothers away, and as they departed, he said to them, "See that you do not quarrel on the journey about how to explain this to our father." So they went up from Egypt and came to the land of Canaan, to Jacob their father. And they said to him, "Joseph is still alive, and indeed he is ruler over all the land of Egypt." But Jacob was stunned, and his heart almost stopped beating, because he did not believe them when they told him everything that Joseph had said to them. And when he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him. The spirit of their father Jacob revived, and Israel, Jacob said, "It is enough. Joseph, my son, is still alive. I will go and see him before I die." The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.